kayakbassangling.com here. If you haven't already, subscribe to that kayakbassangling.com blog so that we can get more content out and push stuff out more like these features that we're doing right now for you. Okay, kayakbassangling.com. Make sure you subscribe. Hit the subscribe button on this YouTube as well. All right. Here's what we're working on: teaching you how to become a Baitcaster Reel user. And I'm talking from like 4 or 5 year olds all the way up to however old you can be. All right, anybody can be a Baitcaster Reel user. You can get rid of the Zebcos and everything. We want you on something that you can catch those huge ones on. We'll get you a Baitcaster. Today we're working on a carbon fire Lose speed spool, 7.51 gear ratio. I love this reel. This is a less than $100 reel, and it catches many fish, big or small. So I suggest getting it. And hey, we've got an all white swim jig. Looks like a shad. All right, this is a swim jig, and it has a swim rage on the back. And we're going to be running it weedless today because when we're working on our casting, we have to be able to reel it in without getting stuck. And since we're not in a body of water, we're just in a backyard, we don't want to get stuck in the grass. All right, so this is weedless, but this looks like a shad and would catch a lot of fish in grass, just like we're working on right here. We want to start off by telling you, when you have your reel, some come really tight, and so when you push a button, it does not fall. Okay, so the first thing you want to do to learn how to help whoever it is, or maybe yourself, learn how to cast a baitcaster, is make sure that you turn this drag, this little spool, towards you to loosen it. So now it will fall when I push the button. And so what I want you to see is I'm using my thumb to click it, but I'm also using my thumb to stop it before it hits the ground. So the first thing you want to do, your first thing that you're going to teach whoever it is, you or whoever, how to throw a baitcaster, is by telling them, click the button with their thumb and stop the line or stop the bait from hitting the ground with their thumb. Ready, go. And you might see how far they can get without it hitting the ground. You know, maybe you get 10 points for it being an inch away, or if it's 3 inches away, they get like 5 points. Maybe you want to give them a quarter or a nickel or a penny, however you want to reward them. But click it, let it go, and then try it. If it hits the ground, maybe they get no points, okay? You don't want to take points away from them because they're just learning. You want to keep it fun. So click, let it go as far as you can. Oh, there's 3 inches. All right, click it, stop it with your thumb. Oh, 1 inch. Okay, great. So now they've got that. They've got 100 points. Maybe you say, once you get to 100 points, I'm going to tell you the next step. All right, so the next step is what we're going to do is flipping. All right, we got a swim jig. All right, and so jigs are heavy. They got big, heavy. So you want to practice with something that's got a heavy head or a heavy bait, and that won't get caught in the grass. And so what you're going to do now is you're going to tell them, click it, and now just hold the line with their thumb, right? And it shouldn't move. Now they're just going to underhand flip to a spot. I'm going to underhand flip it onto the rocks. So I'm going to underhand flip, and I'm going to stop it right on the rocks. Oh, it didn't get there. Oh well. Now you need to tell them to switch their hands and reel in with their right hand. So again, got it? We got it stopped. We're going to let it out a little bit. We're going to flip it to the rocks. Oh, it got a little further than the rocks. That's okay. We stopped it. Now we're going to reel it in. When we reel it in, notice how I'm switching. When I flip it, I switch hands to reel it back in. That's really important. All right, so maybe they've hit their target. You can put out targets and they can hit that for 5, 10, 15, 20 points. And now they're up to 100 again. And they're like, hey, I want to go to the next level. That's fine. Let's go to our next level. So now what we're going to work on is what we call stop, go, stop. All right. So I've got it stopped right now. When I want to cast this swim jig out, I'm going to let it go. So I've got it stopped. I'm going to let it go. And then when I want it to hit a spot, I'm going to stop it again. So right here is my target. All right. So I've got it stopped. I'm going to let it go and then stop it right where I want it. Okay. Now let them get the line out a little bit, get the rod tip up, and then start working it back in. Okay. So again, stop, stop, go, stop. All right, didn't get all the way back in. It's okay. Okay. Stop, go, stop. Oh, right on it. Rod tip up. All right. So now that they've done that, you can take them to a body of water and they can start casting for real and start catching fish. You want to run this right on the grass line. They can throw this on the bank and just run it right down the bank line, and this will catch fish right here. So, remembering what we talked about, remember you're using your thumb to push it and to let it go and then stop it, okay? And there's several different ways to do that. So stop, go, stop, or however you want to say it, it will work. Just practice. Because once you do, this is something you can do from a bank, from a kayak, from a boat, from wherever for the rest of your life. And you'll get to enjoy this beautiful outside. KayakBassAngling.com signing off with you getting, once you get used to using this, tight lines, big bites, and nice photos. And always remember to rejoice, pray, give thanks, go fishing.